Welcome to this new lesson of the course, Self-Publishing with GenBookAI, Write and Publish Your Book with AI. We have already explored writing techniques, plot construction, revision and preparation of the manuscript for publication, but now we address one of the most strategic decisions for an author, the ideal length of the book and the choice of literary genre. The length of a book is fundamental because it affects the reader's experience, market expectations, and the competitiveness of the work in the publishing sector. According to a study by the Harvard Business Review, readers are more likely to buy a book if it falls within a standard length for its genre because they already know what to expect. In this lesson, you will learn how to choose the ideal length of the book based on the literary genre. What are the market expectations for each book category? How to balance quality and quantity to avoid a book being too short or too long. Strategies to adapt the length of your manuscript to the needs of the audience. Common mistakes to avoid when determining the length of a book. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to adapt the length of your book to the needs of the reader and the market, increasing the chances of success in self-publishing. The importance of the length of a book. A book must have the right length for its genre, its audience, and its purpose. A book that is too short may seem incomplete or underdeveloped. A book that is too long may be dispersive and risk boring the reader. Finding the right balance helps to keep the reader's attention high and respect editorial standards. Example: if a thriller is only 20,000 words long, the reader may feel dissatisfied. If a personal growth book exceeds 120,000 words, it could be too dense and difficult to digest. Knowing the standard lengths for each genre helps you write a book that meets the expectations of the public. Average length by literary genre. Each literary genre has an average length that is better accepted by the market. 1 short novels and stories, 10,000, 40,000 words. Perfect for novellas, stories, and quick reads. Suitable for serial publications, author stories, short e-books. Example: The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is a classic example of a short, intense, and incisive novel. 2. General fiction novels, 50,000, 100,000 words. Suitable for most fiction novels, romance, coming-of-age stories. Perfect for keeping the reader engaged without being overly verbose. Example: The Great Gatsby falls into this category at around 50,000 words. If your book falls into classic fiction, this is the recommended length. 3. Thrillers and mysteries, 70,000, 100,000 words. This genre requires a balance between tension and pacing. A good thriller should be neither too short, so as not to lose important details, nor too long, so as not to weigh down the action. Example: Agatha Christie's novels fall into this range, keeping the reader engaged with the story. If you're writing a thriller, keep the pace engaging without going over the top. 4. Fantasy and science fiction, 90,000 or 150,000 words. These genres tend to be longer because of the world building and depth of the plot. However, they need to keep the pace engaging so as not to bore the reader. Example: The Lord of the Rings is over 150,000 words, but every detail is necessary for the narrative. If you're writing fantasy or science fiction, make sure every word adds value to the story. 5 non-fiction essays and books, 30,000, 80,000. 000 words. A non-fiction book should be long enough to cover the topic, but not so long that it becomes boring. Personal growth and business books tend to stay between 40,000 and 70,000 words. Example: Think and Grow Rich is a strong and straightforward non-fiction book. If you write non-fiction, avoid being too long and provide clear, applicable information. How to adjust the length of your book. Here are some strategies for adjusting the length of your book without sacrificing quality. Eliminate redundant parts. If a chapter doesn't add value to the story, it may be shortened or eliminated. Divide the book into a series. If the story is too long, consider breaking it into multiple volumes. Maintain an effective narrative pace. Avoid passages that are too slow or too fast. Use beta reader feedback. Ask test readers if the book seems too long or too short. Balancing quantity and quality will help create an engaging and well-structured book. Common mistakes to avoid. 1. Writing without considering the ideal length. A book that is too long or too short for the genre may not be well received by the public. 2. Filling the book with unnecessary details. Quality is more important than quantity. Each scene must have a clear narrative function. 3. Leaving out important details to stay within a certain word limit. Cutting too much can make the story less effective or unclear. Avoiding these mistakes ensures a well-structured and competitive book in the market. Lesson summary. Today we learned the importance of the length of a book for its success, the ideal lengths for each literary genre, how to adapt the length of the manuscript to the needs of the reader, the mistakes to avoid in order not to compromise the effectiveness of the narration. Once you've developed your plot, built compelling characters, honed your climax, and carefully revised your manuscript, it's time to move on to the final step, publishing. Preparing a book for publication isn't just about uploading it to a platform. It's a process that requires attention to detail to ensure your book is professional and competitive. According to a self-publishing school study, books with professional formatting, an eye-catching cover, and a compelling description are 300% more likely to sell than those published without a well-defined strategy. In this lesson, you'll learn how to properly format your book for publication, the differences between the major self-publishing platforms, Amazon KDP, Kobo, Apple Books, etc., how to choose between exclusive publishing and multi-platform distribution, strategies for creating a professional cover and an engaging description, best practices for pricing and optimizing sales, how to set up copyright and protect your rights. By the end of the lesson, you will have a clear understanding of how to publish your book professionally and get the most out of self-publishing platforms. Formatting your book for publication. Professional formatting is essential to ensure a smooth and enjoyable read. A poorly formatted book can lead to negative reviews and discourage readers from purchasing. Self-publishing platforms accept different formats, PDF, EPUB, MOBI, DocX, so it is important to prepare the file correctly. Key steps for good formatting. Clear structure. Use titles, subtitles, and adequate spacing to facilitate reading. Readable fonts. Avoid decorative characters and choose standard fonts such as Times New Roman or Garamond. Consistent layout. Make sure your margins, line spacing, and text justification are consistent. Interactive table of contents. For ebooks, use a clickable table of contents to make navigation easier. Helpful tools: Scrivener, Vellum, Readsy, Kindle Create to easily format your book. Online converters like Draft2Digital to create EPUB and MOBI files. The main self-publishing platforms. There are several platforms for self-publishing a book. Each has advantages and limitations. 1. Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing, KDP. The most popular self-publishing platform. Global distribution on Amazon. Option to sign up for KDP Select and earn from Kindle Unlimited. When to use it? If you want to reach a large audience and take advantage of the Kindle Unlimited program. 2. Kobo Writing Live. Ideal for those who want to sell ebooks beyond Amazon. Great for markets like Canada and Europe. Does not require exclusivity, so you can publish on other platforms. When to use it? If you want to diversify and not limit yourself to Amazon. 3. Apple Books. Perfect for audiences who read on Apple devices. Great for those with an audience on iOS devices. Good royalties for authors. When to use it? If you have loyal readers on iPhone, iPad, or Mac. 4. Google Play Books. Perfect for reaching Android users. broad visibility in the mobile market. When to use it? If you want to be present in the Google ecosystem. 5. Ingram Spark and Draft2 Digital. To publish both ebooks and paperbacks on multiple platforms at the same time. Broad distribution on multiple online bookstores. When to use it? If you want to maximize distribution and reach multiple markets. Choosing between exclusivity and cross-platform distribution. Amazon KDP Select offers benefits like Kindle Unlimited, but requires exclusivity for ebooks. If you want to maximize your Amazon sales, KDP Select can be a good choice. If you want to sell on multiple platforms, choose broader distribution with Kobo, Apple Books, and others. Recommended strategy. If you are just starting out, you can try KDP Select for 90 days and evaluate the results. If you already have an established audience, cross-platform distribution can give you more visibility. There is no right or wrong choice. It depends on your goals. Create a professional cover and an engaging description. An attractive cover and a well-written description can make or break your book. The cover should be clear, readable even in thumbnail format, and appropriate for the book's genre. The description should be engaging and convince the reader to buy. Useful tools: Canva, Adobe InDesign, BookBrush to create professional covers, ChatGPT to generate attractive descriptions based on the target readers. Protect your book with copyright and ISBN. Registering your copyright protects you from plagiarism and unauthorized use. In the US and Europe, copyright is automatic upon publication, but registration provides legal proof. The ISBN is required for sales on some platforms and is provided free of charge by Amazon and Draft2 Digital. Consult the regulations in your country to register your copyright safely. Lesson summary. Today we learned how to correctly format your book for publication, the main self-publishing platforms and their features, how to choose between KDP Select and multi-platform publishers, the importance of an eye-catching cover and description, how to protect your book with copyright and ISBN. Thanks for following this lesson. See you next time.